I've been asked a few times to make a video about defensive strategy. I'm definitely not a defensive mastermind, but I'll share my 2 cents and walk you through how I think about defense in Madden Mobile. We'll go over the basics, my thought process, how I choose formations, and how I try to build a scheme around my roster. And of course, I'll share my play call. Alright, so first off, you need to assess your strengths and weaknesses. I know I'm being redundant, but the first step is to know your team. The best decision making comes from knowing what you have in hand. We'll take a look at our defense and see what we got. I have a pretty good defense. Still, we have a weak spot at nickel and dime, and as well as our second defensive tackle. We'll keep that in mind. When it comes to choose formation for your defensive playbook, it all goes back to the first key point: know your strengths and weaknesses. So I build my defense around my strengths. There's basically no point running a scheme that highlights a weakness on your team, which would be my nickel and dime on my defense. But if your defensive back are the strong part of your roster, don't be afraid to live in nickel. Like, getting the extra DB on the field will help in coverage and will give you a lot of flexibility with blitzes. So basically, try to choose a formation that gives you an advantage. As you can see, 34 defense is my best fit, but that doesn't mean I won't choose any other formation. Now, should you play more zone coverage or man coverage? I would say use a mix of both, but we'll take a closer look at what playing those really mean and what fits your team best. Basically, man coverage rely on individual abilities, so man-to-man requires to win every battle on each play. Zone coverage is a bit different. It relies more on positioning, awareness, and how well your defense works together in space. Basically, zone takes the pressure off your defenders, mostly your cornerbacks that could struggle in one-on-one. So instead of asking one player to win every matchup, you play more as a... So if your defense is always playing against lower overall offense, don't be shy to use the man coverage. They will win their battle. And if you're playing against better opponent like I do, better rely on more zone defense, wishing to bend, not to break. Major point to remember, this is Madden Mobile. It's no console Madden and definitely not real football. One of the best examples of how Madden Mobile differs from real football is cover 2 zone. In real football, cover 2 safeties don't just guard a side, they read routes inside out. So their first priority is the deepest inside vertical threat. If a seam or post attack the middle, that's their job first. Only after that, they do expand towards the sideline, using it as extra help. That's why certain vertical routes aren't supposed to be easy throw against cover 2 in real life. Linebackers disrupt the seams underneath, and the safety helps over the top. But in Madden Mobile, safeties often don't play with the same inside-out logic. Well, they don't play with that logic. They stay wider and react late to the inside vertical route. So when we run something like a smash concept, seam can be wide open in the game. In a real football, that route would have been squeezed from underneath and capped by the safety. That's the key difference. A play that shouldn't work against cover 2 based on real-life football rules can be very effective in Madden Mobile because the coverage mechanics don't behave the same way. Don't call defense like a real-life coach, call it based on how Madden Mobiles actually play. That's why I lean more towards zone coverage, especially cover 3, and I mix in selective blitzes when it makes sense. Alright, enough theory, let's get into the play calling. On first down, I always show the same look, so my base 34 defense, it's the down you'll play the most. I don't want to give any tendencies. I mix coverage behind the same front. From the 34 formation, I can bring pressure from different spots without overcommitting. That keeps the offense guessing, and even though the team often run on first down, I'm still ready for the pass. I play it balanced. Here I'll be more aggressive. Offense will more than often try to get an easy first down with a run or quick pass, so I will use a 43 formation to prevent being crushed in the middle, and again, avoid creating tendencies. On second and medium, we'll be playing safe. People often try big plays on second down and medium because they had good yards on first, trying their luck. On second and long, cover 3, cover 4, we know pass is coming. We put a bit of pressure on the quarterback, not much covering the flat, so I hope my guy is rallied to tackle and we'll force third and long. Run or short passes are expected. I mix my play call with man coverage, so I'm breaking my defense's tendency Remember, we're in Madden Mobile. It's 4-down football. Offense will try to get good yardage to get an easy 4th down at least. Obvious passing situation here, mostly 5-step drop pass concept. Here nickel will be a more than adequate formation. We'll be using 2 times to avoid offense knowing what we're doing. We'll go zone blitz to put pressure on the QB, and we'll go cover 1 to mix things up. We'll try to cancel whip under and all the plays that goes deep. 4th and short, it's do or die, more aggressive blitz, still trying to surprise with hard flat coverage and spy flat if they try Z-spot or Frisco. And on 4th and long, let's not get beat deep. Obviously, simple as that. And I just hope my defensive end will put some pressure on the quarterback and do their jobs. And that's how I built my defensive strategy around my team, not trying to be meta. Has it shown results? Not really, but so is the other defensive strategy I tried. Alright, that's about it, guys. Go watch my other videos. Take care. See you soon.